Welcome to the beginning of Revolution Booster Weekend. You guys smash the link crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Yes, we have glorious gallery pre-sales still up, and discount code MCO40 is actually going to save you on your purchase here. I see Regulus has already been wiped out. We still see the Empire of Endymion still coming along. Jennies are still doing all right. Your Masked Hero Fountain is actually still kind of holding where you would kind of expect it to. A lot of the top end here is just people wanting like rarity upgrades, Shaddoll cards. Your overtuning is doing very nicely, but discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase. Same thing over here on Kongs. Looks like we're kind of seeing the same thing here. We're seeing Jinny, overtuning, and junk armor being some of the most, valuable and sought after cards on Kongs. But good news, everybody. Discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase on anything that you're going to want to pick up from this set. It's kind of nice to still see things like Tracked, getting reprints, and so forth. And I actually kind of appreciate that. Now, we got to talk about Revolution Toon Booster Weekend. So, a few of you guys have been asking, hey, where can we find, booster packs, and where can we get Revolution Booster? Because we want to open up a box, or some of it for collection. Well, I don't know why people just never think to do this, but go on eBay, do a search for Revolution Booster. There are plenty of listings here. Some of these are kind of expensive. There was a listing yesterday that was pretty cheap. It was $60 with free shipping. There's a $47 here with shipping. I would just kind of pay attention to these listings kind of over time, because I think you will see some of these, come in and get a little bit cheaper with shipping. Don't overpay on this set, and know, what you're effectively looking at here. I do think more of this set is going to populate, but, kind of keep that in mind if you're looking at wanting to pick up this set to open for fun. It also reminds me, since we're going to look at Toon stuff here, Toon Chaos. The last time we went through this conundrum, these are $255 a box. Unlimiteds are coming in at $235. It's interesting because, obviously, like the first set is worth a little bit more in the long haul, but just looking at this overall, you've seen where, how beautiful this set is. Also, just looking down here at like some of these collector's rares and stuff, these are still $55 for the collector's rare for Toon Black Luster Soldiers, freshly just wiped off the market. And of course, Toon bookmarks are also still kind of up. Chaos Emperor is at $25. Toon Chaos, page flips are a lot of money. That's actually disgusting. Looking at that, lowest is 44, but you're about to go even higher. I am actually pretty impressed with how this is looking. You're looking at $12 copies of Toon Black Luster Soldier for Ultra 2. Toon bookmarks are also $12. That's honestly pretty impressive for this. Now, Toon cards in general, also Magnificent Mavens displays are up on TCG. These are $1,100 right now. I think, honestly, this is probably some of the most expensive product that I have seen in a very, very long time. And, it's crazy you got a track record for this. Actually doing very well. Magnificent boxes are $180 a piece, and they're selling. Your Toon Cannon Soldiers are up. It's an old card. Of course, the Toon Table of Contents are also still up. Your Blue Eyes Toon Dragons, we know market price $88 is insane to think about here. Your Pharaoh Rare Ultras are $550. LOL. Yeah, good luck with that. $107 on the Toon Kingdoms, which I guess isn't surprising. Your Toon Dark Magician from the Speed Duel Tournament Pack, these have actually gone down. I'm actually kind of impressed with how low that these have actually pushed down. Your Spell Ruler reprints are $42, which is good. Your Sneak Preview Dark Magician Girls are about $40 and still kind of going, which is decent. I saw your Toon Black Luster Soldier QCR is $37. It's kind of a shame that you just don't really play a lot of the old stuff. The Toon Blue Eyes Starlight, these are down to $26, which is actually kind of nice. If you were wanting to pick these up, they've definitely become a little bit more affordable over time. Look, $1,500 for a pack of sleeves, LOL. We've also got Ultimate Rare Toon Kingdoms. These are $18. You know, I like the new field spell. I like the way that it makes the deck feel a little bit more broken. But man, I'm gonna miss this card. It was so fun to play around with. Mimikatz are $23. You really shouldn't be surprised hearing that, considering, you know, how important these cards are. Also looks like the Spell Ruler, what is this, the original, is $11 for mod play. That's not all that surprising. Toon Mermaids are also still kind of up for your 25th anniversary. $55 is kind of insane. $12 on the Toon Blackluster Soldier Platinums. Your Toon Kingdoms Secret Rares are still $8. That's actually kind of surprising to still see. Toon Dark Magicians, $10. Meanwhile, your commons are 8s. And your original supers are market price at $10. There's a lot of builds that were kind of looking to mess around with that. Toon Bookmarks are also the $12 mark. And Toon Briefcase is also $8. That's crazy that briefcases are a whole whopping $8. And poor Red Eyes is still $8. You know, Toon cards, I really do hope. Wow, Toon tables, once these are gone, these are $15. Excuse me. That's disgusting. I did not expect that. I do hope that the Toon stuff generally has a good impact this weekend, because this deck seems so fun to play. Now, we've also got Unchained fun stuff right now. Unchained Aruhas are still $200. Yikes. Your Soul Lord of Yamas are at $82. Not really surprised about that. $15 copies, $14 copies. Meanwhile, Ultras are still $9. It's actually not too terrible. Unchained Soul of Rage QCRs are 11s. Saramas are 2 to 3s. These are actually kind of holding. Okay. Abominations 2 to 3s. Anguish. These are actually kind of up. That's for a secret rare. That's interesting. Abominations, 2s. I guess it's going to just depend on how these are going to go. With long-term ability, Wailing Souls is nothing. Yeah, the rest of the Unchained stuff just very much falls into a hole and just kind of disappears. But I guess that's good news, right? It means that, you know, you have some opportunities ahead of you to get things. Magnificent Mavens. Mavens boxes are still 35s. That's very curious. Your Madame Vures are $20 right now for secret rares. Not surprised about that. Witchcrafter Creations are 18s. You know, good stuff for the original creations. Still being put up on that pedestal and still doing exactly what you need to. Pitores are 5s. We have Holidays coming in at 4s. Witchcrafter, yeah, more Holidays at dollars. A lot of this Witchcrafter stuff is pretty cheap. And I know there is going to be a lot of people. I've played against the Witchcrafter deck a couple times. That field spell really just giving this deck all of its extra gas that you could ever want is actually really, really, really good. Shmetas are also pretty cheap right now. Of course, Golems are still... Poor Golem. It's such a shame, because Golem seems like it could have been one of the coolest cards to have, but genuinely looking at the Witchcrafter stuff, you know, Creations and Vures both have alternatively cheap printings. You're not being forced to spend a good chunk of money on the higher rarity versions, which is kind of nice, actually. You are going to get, you know, that little bit of extra, you know, push around, so you can actually kind of get things a little bit cheaper, which is actually kind of nice. Also, little side things here. If the Niji Sanji token 4-piece set is up on eBay right now for $132, which actually isn't terrible. This is actually kind of an interesting collab that they ended up doing, you know, get your favorite VTubers on cards. Also, one of the 2010 Asian Plus mats popped up on the market. Very, very expensive, to say the least. I'm not going to go crazy on this, but the amount of people that have kind of viewed this today is very, very interesting. You just don't see cool things like this much on the market anymore. There's always going to be really cool things out there, but you know, you don't really get to see them all that much. Also, Sleeve Chief, their anniversary sale is still going. If there's anything that you are wanting to pick up from this, I would recommend just kind of giving this a peek. Discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase. They actually have top loader binders, which is actually really, really cool for the collectors out there. Really kind of wanting to pick up some of the more niche things, but there's plenty of things over here for you to check out. And discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase. Well, you guys have a good rest of your day, and let's hope for the best for Toon Madness weekend.
Patrons!
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.